Aboard the Disney Wish, the fifth and largest cruise ship operated by Disney Cruise Line, is a single room that you can purchase that is almost 3 times larger than the average Los Angeles apartment. This 2-story suite is a staggering 1,966 square feet and includes 2 main bedrooms, a children's room, 4.5 bathrooms, a dining room, wet bar, and a library. You know, the usual things that you might need on a 3-day cruise. Let's not include in the chandelier, a spiral staircase, 1,000 thread count sheets, and a private elevator to access the suite. But why would you need a private elevator to get here? Well, before we get to that, we need a little history. Each Disney Cruise Line vessel features 2 smokestacks, a design choice that made the ships look more like old-time ocean liners than modern-day cruise vessels. These smokestacks, combined with the black painted exterior, creates a striking and elegant look, but modern cruise ships only need 1 smokestack, so the other is always fake on the Disney Cruise Line. Whilst they're usually home to a teenager-only hangout area, the Disney Wish decided to do something different here and turn theirs into an exclusive funnel suite high above the rest of the ship that comes at the cost of between $25,000 to $50,000 US. Now, suites are not uncommon on a cruise ship. Almost every single one has them for those that want to splurge a little bit more and get some various luxuries that come along with it. But Disney Cruise Line is on average around 3 to 4 times more expensive than more popular options such as Carnival Cruise Line or Royal Caribbean. But that's not a huge problem. It's Disney, so people will pay for it, and that's fine. The problem is that the suite is fundamentally bad. The Disney Wish has not existed without controversy. On paper, it's the greatest Disney cruise ship that they have ever created. But surprisingly, passenger reactions have been rather mixed, especially when compared to the price that you pay. Many people quote the Disney difference when it comes to their theme parks, resorts, and experiences. It's that keen attention to detail that you get from their products where it feels like they've thought of every possibility. To do things that not everybody will notice, that those that do will appreciate. This is what has given them the upper hand in so many markets for decades because their outcomes are essentially art. You can focus right on the smallest detail, something like a rock, and feel like that has been somebody's passion project. The culmination of years of experience and expertise put into something that most people probably don't even know was crafted by hand. And just like art, the value is in the eye of the beholder. But we're starting to see a shift in Disney's philosophies. We're on a macro scale, everything is still amazing and the best of the best, but just don't look too close. That attention to detail, the idea of considering all possibilities and thinking multiple steps ahead of the guests, it just doesn't exist anymore. And unfortunately, the Disney Wish is a victim of this. And again, that's fine. I don't expect Disney to always bring their A game in terms of creativity. I get creative blocks, I'm sure they do as well. But I have a problem with the fact that they're pricing their products higher than they ever have before, despite not being aware of the fact that they are nowhere near as thoughtful towards their products as they have been in the past. In short, we're paying more for less. To prove this point, let's circle back to that almost $50,000 suite. It's absolutely gorgeous and looks like a dream to stay in. But besides being the most expensive stateroom on the entire ship and possibly one of the most expensive staterooms in the entire cruise industry, it is also the least private stateroom on the entire ship. Your panoramic ocean view windows face straight out onto a public deck, including a bar that has seating which looks directly into your suite. It's a very bizarre design choice, unless you have your blinds down constantly, defeating the purpose of the position of the stateroom. You're going to have strangers looking into your room almost 24/7. I can't understand why anybody would want this, but it does explain the extremely convenient positioning of all of their promotional material advertising the suite. Almost nothing seems to point out this problem in the public-facing photos. Now, outside of this suite, the Disney Wish has made some equally strange decisions regarding its other rooms as well that, in my opinion, really devalue that Disney difference. On the Disney Fantasy and other ships, the inside rooms had a virtual porthole, which gave passengers a little peek into the outside world. It was a nice feature as, despite being their cheapest rooms, it showed a level of care and consideration towards the passenger that made them feel included in the experience without needing to fork out more money. And for some unknown reason, the Disney Wish just doesn't include this, despite being newer than the Disney Fantasy. Similarly, those staying in an ocean view room don't get a bench around their porthole, so you're unable to relax and enjoy the view within it despite their older ships, again, having this. It's strange retractions like this that make it feel like the focus is on those who pay more, rather than those that pay to begin with. Part of this could have to do with designer experience. Many have criticized the overall layout and design of the Disney Wish for feeling like it was created by somebody who didn't understand nautical design. And that's not too far from the truth. The portfolio executive for the Disney Wish had never been on a cruise ship before. Admittedly, this can be the perfect opportunity for innovation because your creativity is not constrained by legacy ideas within the industry and you can embrace blue sky thinking. But it's equally a massive risk, especially for cruise lines. Once a ship hits the ocean, that's it, it's locked in. You can make minor adjustments and maintain the vessel, but you can't do any refurbishments until the ship goes into dry dock, which is often after more than a decade of service. I believe many of these adjustments and changes come from a major philosophy shift within the Disney business, which aims to capitalize on ultra-wealthy patrons and promote additional spending within the lower-paying tiers. This is backed by the fact that Disney concierge rooms, which includes the Tower Suite, are by far the most expensive staterooms available on the Disney Cruise Line, and the Disney Wish has almost doubled the amount of concierge suites compared to its predecessor, the Disney Fantasy, which is a very similar size. Now, there are additional ultra-expensive exclusive suites featured within the concierge staterooms, such as the 1,500 square foot one-story concierge royal suite located on deck 10, and the 1,700 square foot two-story concierge royal suite located on decks 13 and 14. Both include 2 bedrooms with king-size double beds, walk-in closets, 3 full bathrooms with double sink vanities, bathtub and rain shower, 1 half bathroom with a shower, a step-out balcony with private whirlpool hot tub, living room, a dining room for 6 people, a wet bar, wine cooler, 3 43-inch HD TVs, motorized curtains, and the 2-story suite connects everything with a spiral staircase. You can expect these absurd nautical luxuries to come at a cost of almost $22,000 to $27,000 US, depending on your sailing, and usually this is only for about 3 or 4 nights. And keep in mind that all of this is on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, alongside 1,200 other staterooms, which average out at only 200 square feet. Combine these exclusive offerings with recent additions such as the Galactic Star Cruiser, Adventures by Disney releasing a $110,000 US private jet tour, which has already sold out of pre-sales, the inclusion of paid experiences within the park such as Savvy's Workshop or the Lightsaber Experience, Golden Oak, and the exclusion of benefits from lower tier on-site accommodation really shows where their priorities lie. And as I said earlier, it's fine for Disney to offer these things. They're a business and businesses need to make money. But they need to maintain their values, and currently I just don't think that they're doing that. Consistently, we are seeing financial compromises and amateur oversight within Disney offerings despite guests and patrons paying more than they ever have before. And if they want to maintain this market, they need to match the spending of their patrons by reinvesting that money into the business and not into the pockets of executives. Likewise, they need to stop treating their lower-tier patrons with financial disgust by promoting additional spending to access benefits and perks that were previously included free of charge. Some will argue that it means that you only need to spend what you want. But when you make options like FastPass a paid experience, then you're putting guests who don't purchase this at a considerable disadvantage compared to those that do. And when that's the case, is it really optional? Thankfully for us Australians, the Disney Wonder will be heading down under for our summer period and not the Disney Wish. and I'm excited to experience my first Disney cruise, especially on one of their older ships. But over to you, what are your thoughts on the state of the Disney Wish and Disney in general? We can't respond to every comment, but we do read all of them, so please let us know. From the home of all things theme parks, I'm Dom from ReviewTyme. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing.